Here we go again, 30-minute missions, fans. I can't speak English anymore, or speak it at all. Today I'm going to try one of these little ones, EV-14. I think EV might mean extra vehicle or something. Extended Armament Vehicle. I wonder why I wouldn't say EAV. This is the tilt rotor version. It looks pretty much like an Osprey, but I think you can take those parts and clearly throw them onto the back of your more humanoid looking ones. And this is smart of them. If you buy two of them, then you can make a quadcopter. It's supposed to be 1/44 scale. Came out in 2019, but I guess this is a redo in 2023. Alright, it looks pretty cool in the box art. I wonder if it has stickers. I really like those stickers with the numbers so I can identify the model kits, but let's find out. No stickers. Okay, we got some text here. If you want to zoom in on that, read up on this thing. Payload, right? And it's basically a quadcopter. Ooh, but that's got some crazy guns on it. But I think that's a different option kit or something. Standard stuff. If you can look at shapes and arrows and numbers, you can put it together. You don't need any glue or anything like that, but you should definitely have some side clippers. And I like to knock the nubs off with these cheap glass nanofiles. Oh yeah, that's cool. Show you all the configurations. Alright, let me put this fast forward and put it together, and we'll see what we can do. So, very easy build. It definitely looks like an Osprey. That's pretty cool, actually. I rather like it. It could just be its own thing. But anyways, let's go over what the manual is saying it can do. So these thrusters here can rotate down so they become like VTOL thrusters. Yeah, obviously where I want to add some paint in there. You got some C-clips here to carry things. There's also a C-clip point here. And the rest are just 3mm holes. There's a C-clip here on the side and on the top of the engine, but not on the bottom. Okay, so a few C-clip points. Let's see, to combine, well, alright, let's just go in order here. Combination. Here's a Portanova Navy. It's number 14 in the lineup. I guess I gotta make a support unit, so I gotta take this apart, and then this can flip up. And, well, that in itself is something. And these wings can also obviously rotate, as you can see. I see what's going on. So if you take this piece off, now you can peg it into the back of a robot. So let me do so. So take this backpack off. Standard 2 points here. Alright, so now, yeah, I'm gonna take all this wacky stuff on them. Get that Roy off the shoulders. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And the wings have a lot of clearance on this particular robot. So spin those around. Okay, this is a little bit open though. I mean, I guess you could take it apart and flip it around, but ideally it would have just had been blanked off. But anyways, and maybe these motors don't make sense in that direction. You could always just flip it to the other side, right? A lower point or a higher point. Let's do this. Oh, but yeah, if it's too low, it might collide with these, what look like rocket launchers to me. And then, these don't freely spin. They will spin, but there's friction, so keep that in mind. Everything has recesses and stuff, so you could paint the tips of those red or yellow. Pretty nice. Nice and easy, that is. Okay, so maybe they're weapons now. So, yeah, that's pretty straightforward and easy, having the mating of it as a helicopter kind of thing. Alright, let's see what else this thing is recommending. Well, unfortunately I don't have 2 sets, so I can't make them. I can't make a double set. I can make this thing, whatever this is. Hold on, I'll get this off the character here. Boy, those are tight pegs. So that thing's up. That wing is backwards. This wing is backwards. I'm not sure why they're making you take it apart. There's no reason to. That is pretty much this thing now. Right. I think it's telling you this is how you prepare it to become a quadcopter. So you take this and then you can join, you know, another one to this side. And that becomes a quadcopter. Okay. Now, there's no landing gear though. Yeah, I think it would have been cool if there was some sort of landing gear. Let's see what it looks like upside down. Yeah, it looks okay upside down also. I guess it could land on these missile pods. Yeah, the props, they're coming awfully close to the ground. So you have to have this middle piece, I guess, to join the tail end. But yeah, you can flip that tail end totally upside down if you want. See, yeah, you have to flip these wings forward if you want these to be back behind. And then, since there's actually 2 mounting points here, I guess you could flip this backwards. Then it looks like an intake up front. Or maybe, nope, that's not going to work. Just flip it over, see what happens there. No. Maybe like that. Maybe like this is more like a swimming underwater vehicle, because it looks kind of like a mermaid tail. Alright. Just mount those forward like that again. And I'll leave those engines that way. Why not? So I'm going to flip this swing around this way. So, C-clip wise, if you have two C-clips, let me see if I do. So here we have the Volpanova quad bike version. I think it was called a Volpanova, but these things have C-clip points on the shoulders, and they happen to be parallel to the C-clip points of this. So I forget which kit these came from, but you could pop this on here, and let's see if it has enough reach to grab these shoulders. That one, come on, will it work? I think it will, yeah. But the arm fell out. That arm fell out there, and then this thing fell off the actual. Come on, get around there. Maybe easier to do it this way. Okay. So it can definitely airlift a vehicle in. I suppose it'd be more like that to airlift it, but I suppose it could fly as well. And with the engines upside down, you can see more of the vehicle. So, pretty neat. And then if you take some of the molding sprue, which are 3 millimeters anywho, you can actually use these and cut them to length to start mounting other things. This is obviously a little bit long, but yeah, you could start mounting stuff way out, whatever you want to do. It's a 3 millimeter hole, so just save those molding runners. Okay, well, yeah, this is a cool accessory. Now, so that's just the vehicle, of course, working on its own. Let's see if we just mount these things. What can we mount just directly onto? Oh yeah, maybe like this. Well, let's just put the whole rotor on this thing's shoulder. I was thinking maybe they'd be wings, but why have wings when you can have a propelled system? Maybe do like that more backwards. It's not aerodynamic, but so that's pretty big, but it makes sense, you know, well, I guess maybe not, because once the robot moves its shoulders, but that's an option. You can put that on there. And if you had, let me cut some 3 millimeter rod here. Let's go with that and that. So now, let's try one forward and let's try one back. Yeah, so missile pods. That works. Obviously, you can put them on the arms or wherever there's a hole. So those things could work pretty nice. You could spread this thing across like a few kits actually. Whoa, what about this? This is gonna look weird, but you can peg this right into the back, right? So a big intake, although I'm not sure what would propel this. There's no exhaust coming out the back of this thing. But maybe it'd be more like for swimming or something like that. These also come off, by the way. So if you don't need the vertical stabilizers. Oh, well, let's try this now. Okay, maybe they're reverse missiles like Airwolf had. Or was it some, I forget the movie, Clint Eastwood stole a jet from Russia and had reverse missiles. Alright, so that's a good option. What about this thing? What can we do with this? Well, this could become a backpack as well. So then, yeah, you could have the launchers on that, of course. Right. And then this is like a sensor you'd see on the front end of a helicopter or something like that. Oddly, it doesn't want to spin. I don't know why. Okay. Just thinking, maybe we do away with this, but there's nothing to plug that front end up. Oh. Let's see, clip this to this. Right, so a different type of thruster pack. Although you'd have to cap it off with something. I guess, I mean, these work, but you know what? I'm gonna flip this upside down. This gray thing, I think, gets in the way. Would have been nice if there was a C-clip on that side as well. Okay, so yeah, that could work as long as they're timed properly. Some helicopters do time their blades to avoid each other. Okay. Oh, the highlight of this thing I didn't even show. I almost forgot about it. The fit is so good. Look at that. I almost forgot. This thing opens, and a gun is in there. So that's kind of neat, you know. Opens up, although obviously with a propeller that might not make sense. But if you capped it off with something like this, maybe. Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't rotate. Oh, no, they do rotate that way. Yeah, so okay. So some hidden weapons. Can't believe I almost forgot that. Obviously, it's getting a little back heavy, so you know you can plug in any sort of 3mm stand into the robot itself, or into one of these hard points if you want to display it permanently. Okay, well, it's pretty awesome.